I took a nice Sunday drive in November to Savannah, Illinois to visit the Savannah Museum and Cultural Center for their model railroad open house, and what I found was absolutely amazing. Join me as I introduce you to this beautiful HO railroad here on QC Trends. Jazzy tour of this amazing railroad. We spent quite a while going just inch by inch very impressed by this railroad, and I want to share a few things that really impressed me. First one being just the bridge that has this swing span on it, and it's just an amazing bridge. And I wish I had gotten more photos, more close-ups of it to show you just the craftsmanship of this thing. It's just wonderful. And these bridges were found all in and down the Mississippi River. There's still a few in existence, and just whoever created this did a fantastic job for the stonework, the metalwork, and setting up all the characters and just making this feel alive. And really, that was the theme of this layout, is making it feel alive. And each little scene told a story, including this one here with the workers working on the water tower. And of course, if you look down here, these cute little kids and this goose that just the cutest part of the whole layout. It was beautiful. This view here, you can just see the colors and the depth of all the scenery. Here we have another little scene with telling the story of a car that was stalled on the bridge. Of course, this railroad was the Milwaukee Road and the Burlington Northern routes that ran through Savannah, Illinois. So just kind of showing various scenes related to those railroads. Just the use of old railroad parts and making just wheels look old and tarnished and laying them around. Just beautiful. The choice, the mix of color schemes between the Milwaukee Road and the Burlington route throughout this was wonderful. Look at this saw here where they're ripping boards and there's just piles of sawdust on top of this little table. This is HO scale. This is tiny and just so much detail, and they're telling an entire story here. It's wonderful. This shot is one of my favorites. Down the bridge here. Here's a foamer taking pictures while his wife is mad at him in the back of the truck. He probably promised her that they'd go to lunch, and he's taking too long taking pictures of trains. And, something as simple as just, putting a roofer on top of a little house. Changes what would have just been a static building into a story. And just everywhere you look, here you have multiple stories going on. You have at the top there a man throwing a baby in the air, and over on the right you have someone with a pallet, and then down here on the bottom left, apparently they're practicing a magic trick or something. Oh, and I love giant round houses. I don't know if I'll ever have room on my layout for one this size, but when I create a layout, I would love to be able to include a roundhouse at some point. This beer factory here is a wonderful use of space. Just a giant industry, but it doesn't take up a lot of room. It's just wonderful the way that they did it. The bus shot, someday maybe I'll talk about my love of buses and where that comes from. This bridge, the stonework, the variations in colors was just amazing. And all of the vehicles on this layout were just period. They were fantastic. Lots of attention to detail. Look at this truck. And of course, sitting on the porch behind the truck, we have this couple, and this man with the bow tie and the bald head just makes me chuckle. It reminds you of somebody I used to know. These guys work on, again, just the little bits and bobs everywhere, the attention to detail. The depth of the scenery, that I could get this shot through the trees, through the mountains, at just these wonderfully detailed cars. And again, that wonderful orange and black paint scheme of the Milwaukee Road just pops on this layout. It's wonderful. I thought this was funny. I couldn't figure out what this lady was doing at first here, but look at the trash can. The trash is overflowing out of it. This is tiny stuff. The detail is incredible. Those pigeons, and then there's a dog up on the top of those steps. And then here again we have a couple of ladies doing something, dancing in the front yard on the porch there. This is my partner in crime for this trip, my daughter Analea, looking down the layout, and it was fun just to find all the different things here. So a wonderful layout. If you ever have a chance to make it to Savannah, Illinois during one of their open houses to see it, I highly recommend it. And upstairs from this, even, is the oddest Civil War museum I've ever been in. I've never been in a Civil War museum with jump scares. It was great. We'll see you next time on QC Trains.